It is the future. Mysteriously spreading across an unsuspecting city, machines trained to serve humans are turning against them.
What do you got, Jerry?
Model 912 cut up 2 people inside the house.
I'm going in.
You're going in? We can send a disarm robot in.
It'll hit the floater, it'll hit the disarm, and any minute it's gonna decide to hit the kid.
An ingenious conspiracy has begun, and someone has to stop the madman who started it all.
We've got a non-standard chip here. Can turn any domestic computer into a killing machine.
That's a clip from the movie Runaway, which, written by Michael Crichton and starring Tom Selleck, should have been the breakout hit of 1984, but it got sunk by a little James Cameron joint called The Terminator. Hasta la vista, Selleck. This is The Hook. Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Roush, and I love the University of Texas so much that I could talk about it all day. I could just go on and 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 on and... Okay, fine. All right, now in this edition of The Hook, we're talking about the much hyped new technology. I am sorry, can you guys hear that? It's like, is that noise? It's like some kind of a drone.
The correct term for it, it's actually UAS is what our engineers constantly remind us is what we should call them.
Oh, right. Hi there, Ryan Baker, UT grad and CEO of Arch Aerial. You guys make those quadcopter ones, the unmanned aerial systems that are kind of like souped up RC helicopters where software automates what they do. What's the deal with these things? How are people using them?
There's so many different ways you can use the technology. One that's been big for us has obviously been real estate photography. Another one has been sports. Extreme sports is where sort of the GoPro found its footing. High school football coaches are another one, interestingly, that we got a lot of press for. And then the energy sector is another huge one.
And drones ain't just for bombing and spying anymore. They're used in all sorts of ways, from hobbyists and photographers to businesses and law enforcement. Vice President for Engineering, Ben Martin, what's the future hold?
I mean, I'd like to see it to the point where it's just something you have around the house, like a Roomba or something, where it's autonomous and it does your task for you, makes your life easier, right? That's why we innovate, that's why we make things, is to make life easier. And that's what UAVs have the potential to do.
All right, but I need to know what the experts think. Corey, do we have a charismatic UT professor who can give us the bigger picture?
The technology has this scale of sizes that starts with the minuscule $20 drone you can buy on Amazon and goes all the way up to a Predator drone. And somewhere there's a break point where things become serious. But below that point, really, we shouldn't worry too much about these devices, whether for security, for safety, or even, I think, for privacy issues. They're going to be here. Let's figure out ways to cohabit with them.
Well, Doctor, it's been well established on this program that I don't trust robots, but I'm willing to listen.
This is just one part of the world we're moving into with small robots. It's just that drones have the ability to fly, so they can more easily spy on you in your backyard. And yet, the same kind of predictions that were levied against drones now were brought up against manned aircraft and against cars. And many of those horror stories did come true, but we're still using them because we found that the conveniences outweighed the costs.
Okay, I'm sold. We gotta get ahead of this thing. Corey, put the Hookmobile on Craigslist. We're getting a drone. By the way, before we go, don't forget to check out the Texas Exes and our magazine, The Alcalde, and all your favorite social media websites. And if you want to learn more about this whole drone thing, check out the links in the description down below. You'll see links to the UT Radio Navigation Lab and to Arch Aerial, as well as some brand new UT news stories. You can see the latest rules that the NCAA has put on its biggest conferences. You can find out if ibuprofen can mend a broken heart, and you can see 3D printed art right here on the 40 acres. Of course, 3D printing's probably another episode. So, until next time, I'm Andrew Roush. Stay hooked. Double hooked.